Everybody, welcome back to Hands-on Learning. And today we're going to be doing Japanese. Yay! So, today we're not going to go over the well-known kanji that most people think of, and we're going to just address a couple things. First off, is a lot of people think that Japanese is a tonal language. Well, it's kind of like how English is a tonal language. It's not really tonal as in like Chinese is, where you can say the same word and it can mean anything from cat, and if you go up higher to cup. No, it is not Japanese is not tonal in that way. Japanese can be tonal as in like if you say thanks in that kind of tone versus thanks. It can mean a little bit different, is more of sarcastic to not polite to it's polite and it's good. So no, Japanese is not a tonal language, except tone does matter a little bit, just like it does in English. So today we're going to go over hiragana. It's the most I've gone over so far, so we're going to be learning this together. I'm going to show you what I know and how to remember each character, and we will go over and test ourselves afterwards. So I got this little notebook. I painted it myself. And it has just a couple pages of Japanese stuff. So, this series, kids can watch it, but I don't recommend it because this may have a little bit of cussing in it. Not because it is vulgar, but because the way I remember stuff is to make it as funny or as absurd as possible. So some of these, you're going to hear me say the word tit. So it's like, if that is, oh no, you can't listen to that, or your kids can't listen to that, then I guess you should exit the video now. But I try not to cuss unless it's needed, so this series should be okay. We're going to go over the hiragana, and with hiragana is like the Japanese alphabet. So I will show you a book, another book I have. Oh wait, that's the wrong book. 1 second. Okay, we're back. I have this book right here. I printed this out myself by carving it and putting ink on it. It's something we had to do for art class. And so we're going to go to this. You might have seen these diagrams before. See, the vowels are on top. A, I, U, E, O, and then you have a special character in. Now, you also have consonants, such as K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, and R. And sometimes R sounds like you're saying a D. Now, you can correct me if my pronunciation is wrong, but I always say R's as D's. So it says, instead of saying raw, because I know I think they have trouble with R's, or maybe that is Chinese. That's the part I'm not sure of. But instead of saying raw, I say da. So correct me if I'm wrong. I love to learn. So, but for now, that is how I'm going to be teaching it because that's what I know. So if I'm wrong, go to the comments and let me know. And if you're not sure if I'm corrected or not, or if you think it sounds wrong, go to the comments where somebody might have corrected me and see if I am wrong. The comments are your friends. And if it becomes unfriendly, I will be sure to try and take care of that for you. So, the thing about hiragana is that unlike our alphabet, where we have each sound is one letter, they have most of their letters or most of their hiragana are two letters. So you got the vowels that are E, I is E, U is U, E for E, O, and N. N is a special character. It goes by itself. It's one of the few consonants that you do not put a vowel with. So that's all the vowels. That's what the sound makes. But what you do is you put them with a consonant and they make the sounds of their alphabet. So ka, K, A, C, so you go to S and you go over. And that would be I, S, C, Su, S-U, or Ku for K-U. And you can go all the way down. You know those multiplication tables? It's kind of like that. If you go to 2 and then 5 and you meet them up, that's your answer. So what you do is you put the vowel, so K, E, so you find K, you go down to E, right there. So you go down here, and that's Ke. So that's how you read one of those tables if you ever see of them. If my table has errors, please tell me. I'd like to know. But there's also a number system, but we'll get to that later. We'll go through 1 through 10 at some point. But I would like to be able to spell it out instead of using Romanji, which is the English version of the pronunciation. I'd like to just be able to use hiragana and use that because reliance on Romanji is not a good thing. See, Romanji is like this. It says ma, and this is the character ma. But you shouldn't be reading that as ma, if you know what I'm saying. You should just be able to know that's ma and not have to read that. So you don't want to rely on these English ones because when you get further, just reading the English is not really learning the language. So I have a bad habit of relying sometimes on them. So that's what I'm trying to do in this series is I'm trying to get off of that. So hopefully this will help you too. So let's see. Today we're going to, now we've gone through the introductions. Today we are going to go through the A's. So ma, sa, ka, na, ha, ya, ra, wa, ta, and ah. I'm sorry, this strap keeps falling down. I don't know how to fix it. It's like, way! But okay. So, I'm going to erase this. And we are going to put A up top, right here. See, there's an A. And then I'm going to write the consonants all the way down here, and we're going to make a little table. So, let's see. We're going to start with M. Well, we're going to start with A first, and then we're going to go to M. So that'll be A. We're going to go M, S, K, N, H, Y. Come over here. And we're going to, after Y, we're going to do R, or the D sound. Next, we're going to do W, T, and that will be it. So, and after that, I will end the video and you can go on to the next one if you're watching this in a series. Right now, you might not have a series because I will be doing this off and on. So if you're watching it right when it comes out, I apologize for that. But I will try to make a couple of these every so often. So right now, this is what we got. So AA doesn't mean there is longer A's that are used, but they sound the same. They are just lengthened out. Or I'm just putting AA so you know that is the sound. So we're gonna go over in this little box right here. We're gonna go over how to write A. Now, I don't know stroke count, so don't follow me on this. You can look that up. But I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So, we're going to draw a loop-de-loop. I'm going to start this way. See the arrow? We're going to start going that way. So, then we're going to loop around and come back. Now, this itself is a character. It's called no. So you'll come back to that, but we're going to do something different. We're going to go from here up, then we're going to put a line here. Now this doesn't look very neat because I was trying to show you while I was doing it, but I'll write it out a little bit better. But that should be the character. Yeah, that looks something. That's a little bit better. Okay. So now you know we're going to write it down. Now, the best way to think of is to remember it. You basically have to remember the vowels because sometimes the vowels appear in the lookalike of another character. So just memorize the vowels. But if you really want to know, it kind of looks like an A with a T in it. Now, we're going to go to ma. Now, this is where there's going to be a little cussing, but it's okay. We are going to make a straight line down. Then we're going to loop it, and that is going to be Big Ma's butt. It's going to look like this. It is like a D with a tail that instead of comes here, out of here, the bottom of the butt, it comes off the top of the butt. So it's like an A with a big line into it. And then we're going to make her arms. And then we're going to make her tits. Ma sits on her big fat ass. That's how you remember it. Because this big fat ass. She's sitting down. See, this is her legs right here. This is her tits, and this is her arms. That's how you know she's a ma. She got a big butt and tits. So ma sits on her ass all day. Don't tell your ma that. She'd be mad. So we're gonna write this down. Ma. Now we're gonna go to sa. Sa looks like a face. So you're gonna draw a horizontal line, a vertical line through it with a little nose hook. It's gonna look like that. And then you're gonna draw almost a little smile, kind of. Saw. As in, I saw tits and now I'm fine. Saw. I'm happy because I saw tits. Saw. See that person smiling with like squinty eyes? He saw something. So we're gonna put saw up here. Oh, that doesn't look good. Okay, now we got to go to ka. Really? Really? Okay. That's what we're going to do now. But ka is, here's the thing about ka. You're going to have to memorize ka. It doesn't, because ka is a question mark. It's like question mark. They don't have a necessarily question, like we raise our tones at the end of a question. They do that too. But at the end of the question, they also say ka. So it's like a word, it's like saying the word, do you know the time? Question mark. They say whatever it is for time, ka. So you'll have to remember that. You'll have to remember it. So remember it as the question mark particle. You're going to have a line there, and there. Ka. Desu ka? Desu ka is our. So a lot of times you'll hear at the end of a question, desu ka. So des, we'll get to what D and then S, desu ka. This is ka. You need to remember this. Ka, ka, ka. We'll write it again actually. Line, second line. Third time here. This one's a little more square, but you don't have to worry about that. Just as long as you get the general idea, okay? That looks like there's something wrong with this. What is going on? Okay, there we go. Desu ka? And then we're going to do na. Na is a beat up man. He's like, it has his tongue out. So he's like, nah, I'm too tough for that. Nah. Nah, I'm too tough for that. Nah, I'm too tough for that. His tongue out's right here. Then you got his scratched out eye. His eyes are like little lines. See the eyes right here and here. That's nah. So nah, I don't want to. Nah. Next, we're going to do ha. So we are going to do a guy. That's our little guy with his dick out. This little guy with his dick out. Don't know why he has it out. Should have it in his pants. And then we're going to figure out why in a second. Here's another person. Oh, there's a girl. You know, because she has the hole down there. And you're going to create her arms. So she's not yet a woman. She's a girl. So she doesn't have tits yet. So you've got a boy. You can tell because his dick's out. And a girl. Her hole's out. And you say, ha, I can tell. Ha. Or, ha, they got their stuff out. Ha. And I just hit my face. So, this is ha. You're laughing because they got their, you got one with their dick out, one with their hole out. Now we're going to do ya. So it's like, ya. You're kind of elbowing somebody beside you. So you got a person, and then you got their arm, and then you make it go out. So it's like this. You got your arm out like you're elbowing somebody. And then you have the little movement mark there. Yeah. Yeah, right? Yeah. So, we got yeah there. Yeah. Now, we got to do da or ra. And We can pronounce it either way. I'm not sure what it is. If it's da, then there might be another way to remember it. But if it's ra, we have a little snake. We have the little head right here. And we have the body and the rest of the body like it's coming up. See? Snake. So, ra. The snake goes, I'm scary. Ra. 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 I'm scary. That's what the snake says. And then we got wa, which is, you're going to have a line for a person. And you are going to take one line like this, one line down. So it's going to look like that. And then you're going to make a big pregnant belly. Oh, that's kind of crooked. What? You're pregnant? Which is a good thing to always tell pregnant ladies. Say you can't tell. Good way to keep yourself out of trouble. It's like, what? You should say, what? What? Like you can't even finish your sentence because you can't believe it. What? Wah. What? You're not pregnant? Wah? No, not what. What is W-H-A-T. We're doing W-A. Wah. Wah, you're not pregnant? So you're shocked. So shocked you can't even finish the word what. So we're going to put a line for the person. Line here, here, and pregnant belly. Okay, last one. Ta. This one's easy. You make a T, and then you put the upper line here, and you make a smiley face. Well, a smiley face that kind of flattens out. Ta. Now, what did I put for ta? It looks like a T and an unfinished A. So if you finish the A, it would be like this. Ta. So if you had added 2 more lines, it would look like ta. But you don't. You just leave it like this. Ta. This is ta. So, today we learned a, ma, sa, ka, na, ha, ya, ra or da, wa, and ta. I hope you found this as helpful as it helps me remember. But if you don't, that's okay, and you can probably find somebody else that explains it better. So, like I said, I hope you found it helpful, and you'll come back. Please come back. I'm so low on subscribers. Oh boy, not to push my channel too far, but please subscribe. Thank you, and I will come out with another video soon. Bye. Welcome on. Goodbye from Hands On Learning. And you can't even see the learning. Okay. Bye.